Hey, what's going on, friends? My podcast every day is broken up into two parts on the free platform. The first part, Act 1, is right now. When it's all done, go right on over to Act 2 to get the second half of the podcast. Thank you so much for checking out my show. Hello. Welcome. Damn, that's not a great start. Welcome into the Eric St. Joe podcast. Well, this is 27th of January. Thank you so much for being here. The studio is brought to you by Impact Power Sports, online at impactpowersportsmi.com. I was doing some work in the Impact Power Sports studio. You can see like all those spots where it looks like I was spackling. That's right. I actually lifted a finger to do something. More on that because it was not without incident. Anyway, Impact Power Sports, online at impactpowersportsmi.com. Check out their selection of brand new golf carts. They've got EZGos and Yamahas, the two best brands in the industry, electric and gasoline. ATVs, UTVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, e-bikes, scooters, everything under one roof at Impact Power Sports along 14 Mile Road in beautiful Rockford, Michigan. Over the weekend, I got a text message from Kenny. I actually spoke with Kenny over the weekend, too. He's back. He's here. When I talked to him, and I still think he's fucking with me because I'm going to give you the clues as to him fucking with me. Because when I talked to him, he goes, hey, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Whatever it was that was keeping him from the show, we don't know. And I go, well, I just want to make sure. He goes, you want to know now? You want to know now? I go, no, I don't want to know. I just want to make sure that you're not, like, pissed at me. Like, I didn't do anything. You go, hey, no way, mate. So, all right. Then he sent me this email. Hello from the future. He sent me this on Saturday. And I don't believe this. It's Sunday here. The past few weeks have been the adventure of a lifetime. Slav, her real name Bojana, and her boyfriend Terry are some of the most awesome people I have ever met. They invited me and even offered to pay for my trip, so how could I say no to that? About to begin the long journey back home. And then he went and he lifted this picture off of Slav and Bojana's, her Bojana and her husband Facebook page or some shit. And then he sent me this picture, which is him photoshopped with her. Like, this is from one of his pictures that he's photoshopped next to her. So he's trying to make me think that he went to Tasmania. So so if I get you on the phone right now and you say, yeah, man, just got back from Tasmania, I'm going to fucking hang up on you. So let's bring him in. That's all we know.
Hey, man.
Hang on a second. My fucking idiot phone is fucked up. Okay, are you there?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hey, buddy. It's been too long. My God. Kenny, everybody has wanted to know what's going on. Linda says it was in work. It was a in-work training.
Oh, I did have a little bit of that, but no, like...
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you weren't in Tasmania, Kenny?
No, of course not. That's clearly Photoshopped, but we tried.
Okay, Kenny, what has been going on? Why have you not been here? There's been all sorts of wild rumors. People are speculating what's going on. What has happened to you, Kenny?
Well, man, I hate to let you down because, see, that's why I did that whole Photoshop thing in the email, because that would be way more interesting. But it was just part of my my Daniel fast. It's really you're encouraged to give up something that you probably spend way too much time on, and well, it's been 9 years and I don't think I've missed a single show. So
Wait a minute. So Daniel fast, I don't even know what that is. I just thought it's to get you to stop eating poorly, right?
no. But it's a vegan based kind of diet. But yeah, that's all it really is.
So the diet is don't eat like a vegan and don't listen to a podcast.
No, like I said, something you probably spend way too much time on. So it was just kind of time for a little bit of a break, because clearly there is a lot in the past that on the show, I don't really feel is a good representation of who I actually am, and I've kind of leaned into things too much, and I needed a pause.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Like I said, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, honestly. So the Tasmania fake trip was way more interesting. I know.
Yeah. No, actually, I disagree. I think that this nonsense you're telling me is actually way more interesting, because I'm like, what? What the fuck? Oh my God. Tophus says, and he's your pal, Kenny, you are thinking way too into this. It's not like you are dating Eric. Just shut the fuck up and get back in here. Yeah, are you back in here? Are you done with this nonsense now? Or are you gone for good because some asshole named Daniel told you to?
Wow. No, I don't even know what to say to that.
No, fuck this Daniel guy. He's an asshole. Is this a religious thing? Is this what this is?
Well, that's what people would refer to it as. Yeah.
Well, is it steeped in the Bible? Is that what I have never heard of this?
Really?
Oh.
I thought for sure at some point you had, but I've never been to a Catholic church, so.
No, I when you said a Daniel fast, that was the first time I've ever heard those words. Question comes in. Ask Kenny if it was Daniel from The Last of Us.
There is nobody in The Last of Us named Daniel.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that person asked that. That's a stupid question.
Yeah, no, kind of.
Yeah. So what is going on? Yeah, I mean, surely you have all sorts of. You've been spending 3 weeks doing this thing. How has it gone?
Oh, it was tough, man. Honestly, I mean, it may seem silly to a lot of people, but I mean, after 9 years, participating and listening to your show, man, it become a big part of my life, and it was almost too big, honestly.
So, okay, but I was referring to food consumption.
Oh, yeah. That was tough too, man. I've never gone 21 days without eating meat. And I failed yesterday. I made it 20 and a half days. So
So you gave up meat and the podcast.
But that was just me. That's a personal thing for me.
Okay, what else? Did you give up anything else?
No.
The question comes in, did you listen later in the day?
No.
What was harder, meat or the podcast?
Honestly, man, that's kind of a tough call. I've never understood how vegetarians do what they do, and I still don't. It's, gosh, meat is good.
Oh, no question. No question.
I did make a vegetarian chili, and I used this plant-based frozen meatball stuff. Where if you buy that and you open the package and you're curious because it's the first time and you smell it, it's the worst smell on the planet.
Oh, no.
But I buried it underneath all the seasonings and stuff for the chili, and it was great.
So did you, Adam writes, what about sugar?
Yeah, no sugar. I'm probably not supposed to do the artificial sweeteners, but I still allow myself that for my coffee.
Okay. Where did you discover the Daniel fast?
Well, it's based on the book of Daniel in the Bible.
There's a guy named Daniel in the Bible?
Dude, what did they teach you in Catholic?
Well, I've never read that book.
That's blowing my mind. Okay.
So Daniel in the Bible. So, and then how did it get to be like a fast?
Well, he believed that eating the royal foods. Well, you know what? You just need to read it. Man.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to get bogged down by that anyway. So, what now? At the end of the Daniel fast, does the good book say go back to eating the meat?
It's not like the Bible says do this. This Daniel fast is based on the story of Daniel. So, at some point in history, from then till now, people came up with like doing this as a way to draw closer to God.
Okay, so
kind of take a pause from things that they probably focused on too much.
Right.
That's all it is.
So then, at the end of it, are you supposed to then go back? I mean, I guess typically when like if you were to do something like this, you're expected to continue. I mean, I guess what's after all of the fasting?
Well, I mean, I guess that's up to the individual.
Oh, okay. So what are you gonna do now?
What do you mean?
Like, are you gonna go back to meat? Are you gonna listen to the podcast?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm here, aren't I?
Well, I know, but I mean, I wanted to get like ultra specific because I guess what I'm asking is, if you do that fast, what is the point to just get closer to God? So, or is it to turn over a new leaf on habits that are consuming you too much?
It could be either or both. Like I said, it's a personal thing.
All right.
So,
okay. I just want you to know that after all of this, I kind of hate you. And all right. Well, enjoy the rest of the show and your beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Yeah, I can finally have that today. That would be nice.
All right,
I don't understand how vegetarians do what they do. They're crazy.
I'm just letting you know that. And then there was some question about the last time I spoke with you prior to, like, you sent in a weight loss amount, and then you announced you're doing a Daniel fast. So
yeah.
Are you? I need to know officially. Are you out on actually, on the fat-a-thon, because we're kind of in a holding pattern right now.
Well, I guess you missed it. It was a Patreon probably just over 3 weeks ago. And you were talking about Amanda wanting to join it, and I said Amanda can have my spot.
Okay, so you are no longer okay. Good. I mean, not good, but I mean, I just needed to know for sure. So, all right, not.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear. I've been kind of stuck for a long time. Anytime I try to do things like any type of physical activity, I always have some kind of issue in my back or my legs, and it's holding me back. And I'm trying to figure out how to move forward. It's been really rough. So, yeah.
All right.
I've been stuck for a while.
All right. Well, you let me know what you want to do.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you want to get back into it, you just let me know.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear. Like, I'm only moving a pound or two either way every week, so I've got to make some changes.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's never. I think if you could just figure out how to recapture what you did to lose that weight in the first place, just kind of remember that.
Yeah, and that's where I've been struggling.
Jeremy writes, because, Jeremy's down over 60. He wrote, yeah, I had all those problems too, but since I lost the weight, they've all but disappeared.
Wait, how much is he down now?
Over 60.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
So, wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe if you stuck to it, you might experience a kind of like a renaissance.
Well, I'm definitely not happy where I'm stuck right now, and I would like to, figure that out.
Yeah, I think you know how. I think you know more than you're leading on. It's it's not easy. Like Amanda, her first week, she tried some nonsense. She was 1 week in, and her first comment was, "This is so hard, I hate it." And I said, "Well, you're an asshole." And I beat the shit out of her. So she's come back strong. I'm about to update that in a moment. But yeah, it's anything worth doing is supposed to be hard. So yeah, just sure. Keep me updated. I'm just gonna let you do your thing, and you tell me.
Okay. Well, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, by all means.
All right. There's been too many times I've leaned in too hard and I've gone off on people way too much, and I'm not proud of any of that. So there's been too many people to even name, but I apologize for all of that.
No, they deserved it. Are you kidding me? Don't say sorry.
No, they didn't deserve it.
Tell them to suck your dick.
No, they didn't deserve it, and I'm ashamed of that, and that's not who I want to be. So.
All right, well, then I instead of Kenny, since Kenny's saying sorry, I will on his behalf tell you all that you're stupid. All right, Kenny. Really good. Have a good day.
All right, you too, man.
See you.
Bye.
Let's get into the Fatathon update. I need my glasses. I have news. First of all, let me get into Nikki in Maine, who is in on this. Starting weight of 269. She wrote to me today, "Oh man, bad start." And she lost 2.8 pounds in a week. And I'm like, you're a nurse. You know nutrition and appropriate weight loss per week. If you lose 2.8 per week, you're crushing it. This is not a sprint, you jackass. So that's a big win right there. She's down 2.8 in 1 week. When we meet next week, you'll be down another 2.8, and then you're knocking on the door of 6 pounds in 2 weeks. So give yourself a break. Like these other folks that are with me today, similar weight loss. So I think, and I even told her in the email, I go, no, I don't know how you're messing this up. That's fine. That's excellent. Rebecca, week 1. This is week 1 for Rebecca. She started out at 295, and she has a goal of 200 pounds. Now, I think she's fucked up. Because I said to her, I go, what are you, 6'5"? And she goes, no, I'm 5'8.5". So she's the same size as me. And I'm like, well, 200 pounds at 5'8" is, what are you? She goes, I got a lot of muscle. I think she must have an incredibly strong vag zone. I think it's all Kegels. Her lower undercarriage is like 6 inches thick of muscle. Like your crank will be ripped off if she decides to bear down. She's down 3.6 to 291.4. We have all winners here. Rebecca says, I'll crush you with my thighs. That's what I'm thinking. I think like you could be like, you're kind of like David Montgomery of the Lions when you're weighing 200 pounds. Jeremy, who took such a huge step back last week with his, I'm a fucking asshole. He ballooned back up to 278.2. So it was a horrible week. This week, he is down. Wait a minute. All right, he's down to 274.4. So he dropped 3.8 to reset the things, and that's actually the lowest he's been. He is now down to 274.4. That is minus 61 pounds after 20 weeks. So you did great. That's a good recovery from the previous week. Outstanding job. But just keep in mind, you did lose a week. So no more of that bullshit with your... Prepare yourself each day and pack your lunch, cock. And then there's Amanda. Oh, Amanda. Don't look now. But, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm fucking this up. Okay. Last week, she had dropped just a pound. That was the infamous Amanda take a dump incident. And the first week, she dropped 5.2. Second week, she dropped 1 pound. That was not good. But this week, she is back on the horse. And she lost 3 more pounds. She's down to 307.6. Now, right now, at 307.6, she is the anchor on the EZ Show podcast tug of war team. Right now, this group of heavyweights would, in fact, win a tug of war challenge. I want you to know that I want you to lose the tug of war challenge. So, though I busted Amanda's balls last week, she still did lose 1 pound. That means in 3 weeks, she has lost a total of 9.2 pounds of doing this, which puts her right in that sweet spot of 2.8 to like 3.5 a week. All right? So good for you. I have nothing but glowing words for this group of 4, formerly 5, on the Eric Zane Show Fatathon Challenge. In fact, I would like to do some easy math here on the calculator. These 4 people lost a total of 13.2 pounds. Amanda sent me an email. She wrote, I have only 2 words this week. Fuck you. So she's like getting some aggression out. She also sent me an article that Lizzo is losing weight. Now, what's interesting about that, before I get into that, is prior to this losing weight, Lizzo, I think she did one of those posts where she said, everybody quit making fun of me. Fuck you. I love me. I'm doing great. I love being disgusting. She did one of those. And now there's an article in People about how she is losing weight. So I guess what that means is if you go back and look at that, when a person does do that, leave me alone. I'm just beautiful. I'm curvy. I'm amazing. Don't make fun of me. Don't be mean. Don't. They're lying. Okay, those are liars. Jeremy says my early losses were unsustainable. I'm not doing 7 pounds a week anymore, but I'm happy with 3 pounds per week. Oh yeah, that is a healthy number. 2.5, 3.5, that window-ish. I know that's kind of changing every time I say it, but it's true. This takes time. Okay, so now you're sitting there, you're like, yes, okay, great. I've done this. Well done. Now focus on the day. Today and today only. We don't worry about anything else. And then you're one step closer to 1 week from now where you're going to give me even more good news. I'm not doing anything here. This is all you. I'm just reporting on you. I'm just updating people on you. And, you know, this did all start with Jeremy and Kenny. Okay? And then by reporting on it, it has led to 3 more people joining. All right? So that's fucking interesting to me. In a year, all right, we're going to be looking at hundreds of pounds lost. Okay? And my only advice to you folks, that would be Amanda, Jeremy, Rebecca, and Nikki, is don't get ahead of yourself. Focus on the moment. The rest will come. This takes time. It's going to be difficult, but you can only move as fast as minute by minute. And you know what works. So there you go. Amanda says, thanks, everyone. Going into work now. Well done, young lady. Nikki is here. She says, way to go, Amanda. Are we going to get a new Amanda toilet destruction update? Yeah, I don't think so. Megan says, I meal prepped this week. Awesome. She also says, I want to poop like Amanda this week. That's my goal. You know, that's dangerously close to being as disgusting as what I beat up Amanda about yesterday or last week. Can we just get out of the whole idea of chicks talking about poo-poo? All right? Guys, it's one thing. Like if I'm talking about something horrible that's happened to me, I'm not like bragging. I'm telling you it for the story. And never have I said, hey, guess what, guys? Let me start out the show by talking about what I just did on the toilet. So let's just make that a hard and fast rule on the Eric Zane Show podcast. My God. All right. I can't even read my writing. What did I? Okay. So there you go. That is the culmination of the Kenny update and the Fat-a-thon. Boy, that Kenny thing, that was just eating away at people. When you have someone who, I mean, we've had so many countless amazing moments on this show that leads to all of a sudden he's gone. People were like, we were like on a Daniel fast of Kenny. Except that was against our will. When Kenny first said, I'm doing the Daniel fast, I think he might have assumed that I knew what that is. But I didn't even know what that meant. I'd never heard of that. I don't even know who Dan is. So there's some guy in the Bible named Dan. Some of you know more about this than I do. You said that Dan was the guy in the lion's den. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I think I've heard of, there was a guy in the Bible who had a pet lion, and they lived in a den. So, but I wasn't sure that some of our modern religious scholars took the story of Daniel or Dan and said, look, if you take this story, you can get skinny. So you're going to take this story and you're going to read it and then give up meat and become a vegan and stop listening to a podcast. And it'll turn your life around. You will be on the fast track towards being as virtuous as the lion with Dan. So like Dan Campbell, the lion, this all kind of fits. All right? So for the past 3 weeks, Kenny has 21 days of Dan Campbell locker room speeches, Detroit Lions, while eating tofu and listening to Joe Rogan podcast. And so there you go. Congratulations. You did it. All right. I saved the day for someone. Well, I can't even say that. It was just a crazy ass moment. I was invited to host the local high school hockey game, and I was going to be the PA announcer, and it was senior night, senior day. This is Saturday, and the guy who's in charge of the booster club said, "Can you be the PA announcer? We've got 5 seniors, 6 seniors, and then you're the PA announcer for the hockey game." I go, "Yes, I will do it. I'm free. However, it's expensive." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, I charge a lot. And I do that for a reason. I mean, first of all, I have to be true to myself, and I'm trying to earn a living. Second of all, no fucking free rides." So I go, "How much is it?" I go, "It's $100 an hour. 2 hours, $200. He goes, "I'll get back with you." He goes, "Can we go 100? I go, "No." He goes, 150. I go, "No." He goes, 175. I said, "No." He says, "Okay, 200. I said, "Okay, we'll do it." I show up there, and it was worth every penny. But it didn't start out that way because, so I'm supposed to introduce all the seniors. They have their parents with them. It's senior day. All right. But so I then started to say, "All right, let's introduce the other team." And then I hear someone say, "No, introduce the seniors." I'm like, "Oh, no." So I'm like, fuck, I got to give them their money back. So I felt terrible about that. But then I recovered, welcomed out all the seniors. Game's getting ready to start. All rise. It's the national anthem. Let's welcome out. And I'm talking. And you welcome out, and it's a kid from the high school. Sophomore singers, so-and-so, so-and-so. And then there's a little hole in the board, in the plexiglass, and you like feed the microphone through, and I hand it to the kid. And the kid starts singing the anthem. And we're all just looking at the flag, and she says, "Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?" And she gets through like that far, and then she stops. So how does it go? "Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed?" She got to "what so proudly we hailed" and stopped just before it. And I everybody's like, "Oh." And I turn my head and I look at her, and she looks at me, and she's white as a ghost. And she's like, "I don't know it." She sticks the microphone back through the hole. and hands me the mic back and turns around and starts walking off the ice. I'm like, oh, fuck. Fortunately, I've had this happen before. So I realized we were seconds away from greatness. I grabbed the mic. And because she then, just as she handed the mic, she goes, I don't know it. I'm going to go. And she's about to fall apart. And I go, let's help her out, folks. Let's help her. I go, come on back. Come here. We're going to help you. We're going to help you. You come here right now. You start us off, and we'll join in and help you. And so I slide the microphone back. And she starts with, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? And then she looks at me, and I'm mouthing what so proudly we hailed. And she realizes, oh, it's like unlocked in her brain, and the whole fucking place is going bonkers. They're all singing it. And it's like loud as shit. There's like 300 people. And then she's like, you can feel her confidence swelling. And she's really getting it. And she didn't fuck up any more words. I was like, oh, thank Christ. And then all the while she was doing that, I was thinking about how everyone there is going to think how great I am. I'm like, I didn't even think that she was doing a great job. All I could think of was how awesome and fast thinking I am. I mean, no one else on the planet would have been able to do what I pulled off. All right, no one would have done that. So she hands me the microphone and she's done. I go, let's give her a big round of applause. And I wanted to say, let's give a big round of applause for me, for leading you all to this. I was so impressed with me at that moment. And she walks off. You know, she's got a little hitch in her giddy up, but she's fine. Now, she then wanders off, and I thought to myself, okay, I got to go check on her at some point. Because you know how kids are these days? When they're that young and something a little bit kind of goes off the rails, the only response is to throw yourself off of the tallest building. That's how kids handle adversity today. Okay? If you're a young person and you can handle even just the slightest bit of adversity, you know, without losing your mind, you are a million times better than most of the other kids. Corey says, or shoot up the school. Yes, two choices. Throw yourself off of a roof or get an AK and blast the school. So the first period commences. And then I go, well, I have to go because Pooh Bear's there because two of the kids that are playing on the team, she works with in the special education classroom. They aren't special education children. They are what's called a link. They work with the special education children with the teachers. So she's there, and I go, all right, at first period ends, I'm going to go and say hi to Pooh Bear and have everybody tell me how great I am. So I wandered over there, and, you know, everybody loves me, as always. And I said to Pooh Bear, I go, where's that kid? And she goes, up there. And I go, oh, okay, I'm gonna go. And I go walk, and she goes, oh God, you're gonna make her feel bad. You're gonna make her cry. I go, I am. But just shut up. Shut up. I go walking up to her, and she looks normal. She doesn't look like she's having any issues whatsoever. And I go, Nux. I go, boom. I go, wait. I go, way to stick to it. You did a great job. Thanks. I go, show must go on. You got a microphone, you're in showbiz. That's how you do it. You figure it out, and you figured it out. We got there. She goes, yeah. So she gives me more Nux. That's probably the first time she's been given that type of advice about show business. People are waiting. Sing the song. She learned something there, and I'm proud to have taught her. She did a great job. And when she was singing, she was great. She crushed it. We need more people like me leading young people. Get your ass back in there and do it. Sing our anthem. You're the only one that can do it. Game doesn't start until you sing, and I sure as fuck am not going to do this anthem. All right, some horrible comments. Did Mr. Pop follow her into the bathroom? That's ridiculous. Corey says free beer would have been licking his lips. That's another hilarious but horrible comment. Megan says, Eric, you practically saved America. I know this. All right. So it was one of those all's well that ends well. People are going to be talking about this for decades. Before I continue on, I have a whole list of amazing sponsors that I need to talk about today, which is great. I also have an 11 a.m. staff meeting for the radio station. I want to share with you real quick my recorded promo for Q100. My pal JC, whose balls I bust regularly, and he does the same, I actually listened to a portion of his show on Friday. And I don't know what it is, but if he's doing more than one thing, but after every song, there was like 15 seconds of silence. There's no continuity whatsoever. I mean, you gotta keep it going. You can't have, occasionally it happens by accident. But more than once is out and out negligence. So today, when you're listening to Q100, this is what you would hear. Hey, this is EZ coming up on the next edition of the Insane Asylum. We'll talk a little bit more about a great new radio game, Fridays with JC. You can play the JC Dead Air Drinking Challenge. Every time JC has dead air, you take a shot. You'll be bombed after the first 10 minutes. More details on the next edition of the Insane Asylum, Q100, Michigan. So he's probably going to kick my ass. We'll find out. The way I look at it is, as long as I don't have his boss giving me the business, it's pretty much a full bore. Wash, rinse, repeat on the heckling. I don't know if they realize what they got themselves into when they brought me in. And it's deceiving because I'll start out all nice. And then whammo! Tophus says Freeburg and Hot Wings had one of the most controversial hot takes this morning. Taylor Swift influenced football players to dress more interesting. Cool. All right. I haven't yet started reviewing for this week's Who Are These Free Beers show, but once I do, I will have a clip for you to kind of stoke the fire on another week. And I do have, though, something that I have to share with you. And it is taken from the whole idea that Free Beer is starting to hate Hot Wings even more so. After last week's fiasco, when he said, you're not my friend. I've been trying for 20 years. I gave up trying. It was so hurtful. I have... and he just interrupted Hot Wings massively. Wait until you hear during one of Hot Wings' hot takes where they got into it again and Free Beer again threw his ass under the bus. Holy shit. I'll have that for you on another edition of who are these freebiers. I haven't yet reached out to Ben as to what day. I think it's going to have to be. Oh, shit. Let's see. Thursday, I'm out of town. Wednesday, I've got a Griff's game. Friday, I've got a Griffin's game. Uh-oh. We might have a weird week this week. I've got a Griff's game on I've got 2 hockey games Saturday. Boy, I didn't really look ahead or plan this out very well. My apologies. That's all right. We can always make it up next week. Nevertheless, thank you so much to these amazing partners that have made this show possible. Kuiper Tree Care, 616-828-8225. That's 616-828-8225. If you have any trees that need to be removed or trimmed, or if you need a stump ground up, they're the ones to call, 616-828-8225. Their website is Kuiper, KuiperTreeCare.com. Werner Roofing put a new roof on this house. First of all, Kuiper cut down my trees that I needed cut down and trimmed. Werner Roofing put a new roof on. 616-844-5382 or online at WERNERroofing.com. When you go to WernerRoofing.com, there's a little information page that you fill out as to who you are, what you are, your phone number, your address, and they'll be in touch with you by the end of the day, and you are off and running. They won't let you down. They'll get the work done in about a day. They have full financing to make sure that you are taken care of so that you don't get sidled down with this gigantic bill all at once. Finance at 616-844-5382. We get our cars repaired at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. For 6 years now, they've been the ones taking care of our vehicles. ERVines.com. That's ERVines.com, right in the middle of Grand Rapids, Michigan. You can find them online and check out their Google reviews. They've got loaner cars for you to use for free while your vehicle is being repaired. And it's important to note that you can take your car to anywhere, like, hey, I need the brakes done, and they'll do the brakes. But not all of them are going to give your car an absolutely thorough inspection to let you know where you are with some of the other key components of your vehicle. Like, if you get let's say you have a car that's in great running order, and they go over and they say, this car is in fantastic running order, but you might need to get the transmission fluid changed relatively soon. Or it could be like, yeah, we checked the back brakes. We're definitely going to replace them. The front brakes need to be replaced too. You need to do this. So that, look at Darla. Go ahead and reach out to them. ERVines.com. ERVines.com. Chris writes, sup, fraudsters, just getting out of the dentist. Well, then you missed the Kenny update. And I can't really describe it for you. You have to go back and check it out. Kenny is here, I think. Let me double check, make sure he's still here. Yeah, he's still here. But you're going to want to go back and get to the nuts and bolts of what has happened. What is going on in Kenny's life. And and that's right at the beginning. I talked to him. And then you've got the Fatathon. Holy shit. A lot of new developments in today's show. So there you go, Mr. Soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I am going to bolt and go on and get ready for the workplace staff meeting. When we come back on Act 2, it'll be on Twitch only. So for the folks that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, just so you know, Act 2, this is the only day we do these live streams in 2 parts. But you're going to want to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. All right. Patreon, Patreon.com/Eric Zane. If you want any of my other content, I actually sent the latest edition of Who Are These Free Beers off to my multimedia pal, Kelly Cheese. Because, well, she called me a loser and told me to go fuck myself. I'm not letting that deter me from becoming close comrades in the broadcast industry. I like to be surrounded by talented people. And in the event that radio dries up, she needs to be on this show. So I went ahead and sent her Who Are These Free Beers, episode number 41, the live stream, to her inbox. I should say, I sent it to her on Messenger. Because I sent her a fucking friend request, and you know how it says pending? Well, then all of a sudden, they didn't give me the option to either cancel it or send another friend request. So I think she kind of like enabled it so that I can't send her a friend. Why can't I say friend request? It keeps, my fucking mouth keeps fucking me up. But I can messenger still. So I sent her the message, and now I'm just waiting for her to tell me to go fuck myself. Now, I'll be honest with you. If she told me to go fuck myself, I would respect that. If she says, do not contact me anymore, I am not a harasser. Corey says she's going to file a harassment complaint. To who? Facebook? All I did what you do on Facebook. You send a friend request. I tried to friend her. That's not breaking the law, you asshole. The police. Yeah. Hey, officer, I got a problem. What is it? Someone sent me a request on Facebook. Yeah, good luck. Corey says harassment is illegal. Asshole, do you know how Facebook works? I don't even know if I like you. Fuck off. Donko says she's going to take a break and go on a diet. Couple of insults. That's an insult. Tofa says her and Kenny are going to go eat grass together. Now, all right. This is right after Kenny said how much he is sorry about saying mean things and losing his shit to you people. And then here you are, rubbing his face in shit. You're going to get him to snap. If you make Kenny crack and tell you to go fuck yourself, that's going to be a horrible thing. I don't want to live in a world that's like that right now. You guys be nice to him. Okay, that is the end of Act 1. I'll talk to you a little later. Bye-bye. All right, that is Act 1 of the podcast. Act 2 is available right after this one. Go check it out. What are you doing? Don't miss a second of it. Thank you so much.